When we run, be a big fight. City think them lucky, easy think you're the light. But while it's come to war, not time for no kite. This is step up, bust the net, pure bright light. City fan them stand what kind of blight. Mush on the bench, should I move with might. When there's some lucky city, what broke out right. Pep on the sideline, face looking tight. City boy, them done FA Cup fly on. Police come and ends them, do we man wrong. This is the shot where we take wrong turn. Hands on the stand, big man I'm on. And give it way, what kind of move that? Should I slam it in? No time for no chat. Now we look on police and celebrate with them fat. City trophy shelves, looking.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of your favorite streams every Wednesday, the 5 p.m. stream. We're here to talk about the latest transfer news, all the transfer activity from all around the league. So big up to everyone locked in. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Please, every single one of you guys right here, right now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep getting involved in the chat. Keep letting us know your opinions. Big up to all you amazing, incredible people. And today we're locked in to talk about the latest news. Anyway, joining us, first and foremost, the biggest rage baiter on this platform. I like Wolfie. How doing, Wolfie, mate?
Oh my god, can you put me on last, man?
So, wow,
Gantasha, man.
You've never eaten on stream before, you fucking drama queen. Oh, I've never eaten on stream.
No, it's like I was just like, you know, little.
Can you just say hi to the people? Can you just say hi to the people?
Hi to the people. Welcome to the Hassam Rage Bait channel, where he doesn't understand the meaning of probability.
Joining us next on the channel, you get me? Liverpool right back. Absolutely love working with this guy. You get me? Arsenal fan represent. Man, like Connor is in the building. How you doing, Connor, mate?
I'm all good, thanks, Sam. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. I got Wolfie as well. And yeah, thanks for having me on again. Appreciate it.
Have you got a tattoo on your left arm?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Have you got a tattoo over here?
No.
Oh, fair enough. Is that a burn?
Where is my tattoo? What are you seeing?
Is this like spotty? Is this a burn?
That's just there's just no hair there. It's weird, I don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
I thought it was
no, there's nothing crazy, don't worry. Be up the chat as well. I hope everyone's well.
Yes. I hope everyone is well. Did we get traded by Joe? Yeah, we did get traded by Joe. That's why there is Leeds fans in the chat. Hey, Leeds fans. Every time you won the championship, we won the league. I guess it's a good omen for both clubs. You know, I really don't mind Leeds, you know. It's not a club I hate. Like, Leeds are an okay club. I have no problem with Leeds. Big up to Leeds fans who are in the chat. And big up to the Leeds representative. Now then, people. And like Joe is in the building. How doing, Joe, mate?
Yes, Joe's on. I don't know.
You're on mute. Wow.
I was coming in for the big start and I muted myself, man. Wounded. Yes, Leeds are staying up. Just Joe FC in the house. We are staying up at the expense of Brentford, Burnley, and Nottingham Forest.
Whoa. I was just there getting happy you're on, bro. All right. You didn't really
I could see you going like this. I thought I'm going to have to just say Forest now.
Fair. I respect it. he's already started. Hey, big up Joe, man. Big up to Wolfie. He says, as a Forest fan, Wolfie doesn't represent me. Hey, fairs if you feel. Wolfie.
Why would you need someone to represent you, bro? Like, grow a little confidence and represent yourself. My views are my views.
Fairs.
Wolfie's
anyway, look, guys, you already have 1,000 people in here. We haven't even started the stream yet. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Also, all these guys' links is in the description. Please do go give them a subscribe. Subscribe to all the channels in the description, even the ones that couldn't make it today but are part of the show. We have put all their channels in the description, including LB, Ashraf, all the channels. So Forest Fan TV is in the description. Just Joe Football Show in the description. Ashraf Talks Football is in the description. And TJ Warren TV is in the description because Connor just doesn't have time to do YouTube, but he has time to come on today. So you get me. Like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get this party started by talking to Connor about his dream signing. You get me. He's in the door now. Victor Gyokeres. It's no longer a report. It's no longer any of this type of stuff. Talk to me, Habib. What do you think of this Gyokeres situation right now? Finally, he's at Arsenal. And do you think you're going to get Eze?
Well, first and foremost, I'm absolutely buzzing because this is the guy I wanted originally. I didn't want Sesko. Between the whole debate between the two, I don't think Sesko is a bad forward at all. I just think Gyokeres is more established. He's more experienced, and I think he just would work better for us than a Benjamin Sesko. Maybe probably under Arteta, because I think Arteta probably preferred him. But either way, this is the guy I wanted, and I'm very, very happy. Of course, I'm a bit nervous because obviously everyone's saying about, oh, you know, we've seen Portuguese league players come over to the Prem and they haven't been as good as they were over there, but we've also seen some players that have come over from the Portuguese league and they've come over and done amazing things in the Premier League. But no, this is the guy I wanted, and I'm absolutely buzzing. This is finally, after 5 years, we've finally been able to sort a striker position. I know we obviously did sign Gabriel Jesus a couple of years ago, and to be fair, when he did kick off with us, he was very good. He did have a good start, but obviously injuries did play a part, and he hasn't been great since. So this is a massive boost and just what we needed, and I'm very excited to see him start play. I have a funny feeling he'll play in our Emirates Cup matches when we're back in England. I don't think he'll go out to Singapore. I'm not too sure, but I have a funny feeling he'll probably play his first games in the UK. And I wouldn't be surprised as well, because knowing Arsenal will be a big PR thing or a massive launch event for our new striker. So but that doesn't bother me. As long as he's signed the dotted line and we get the pictures and everything coming up soon of him in the kit, I'm sorted. So no, I'm absolutely buzzing, Sam. And
can you give us a thing? Can you do the thing?
Oh,
I keep seeing it everywhere.
Mask, yeah, mask. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I guarantee there'll be a Bane related promotion video as well from Arsenal, something like that, because we know they're very good at all the promo stuff. But no, very happy. And then also, I know you mentioned Eze, Sam. That's the guy I want next. And obviously, the links recently to Xabi Simons are now going to Chelsea, so that's moving in that direction. I do think we still need one more attacking signing. As much as I say, wow, you've already had 6 signings, Connor. Why do you want more? I think just to really do top it off. And it is needed. It's not like it's not needed. I think it is needed. If Trossard's going to leave as well, that leaves us a bit weak on the left-hand side. Eze could supply on the left-hand side as well. And I do think, but I think, honestly, first and foremost, I think a lot of people are getting excited with the new signings coming in, which I am very much. But we need to talk about people leaving, because we've sold no one yet for a price. It's all been free. And I think this has to be, we have spent a lot and we've gone above our normal budget. But now I think it's time to sell some players and get some people moving, because there are players that do need to leave, in my opinion. And we could hopefully sell for, because I always get on my nerves a bit how we can buy players for however much we want. But it's always selling players. That's Arsenal's biggest problem. And I think that is a part that we need to figure out.
Will Oxlade-Chamberlain still be your record sale at the end of the
I believe he is, yeah. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain is still our record sale. Him or Iwobi. I think it is Oxlade-Chamberlain.
It is Oxlade, yeah. But will he still be your record sale?
You remember they sold Anelka in the early 2000s?
Yeah, he's up in the top 5, yeah.
Imagine.
It's such a bad history. And yeah, Wolfie, you might be. I mean, the players that I'm looking at, players like maybe Zinchenko. I'm trying to think who else could be the ones.
I think Martinelli's going. There's been a few Saudi here and there and whatever.
I mean, I've seen rumours with Trossard leaving as well, so I think it'll be one of the two. I'd preferably prefer Martinelli to stay, because I think he's obviously got more room to grow. I think Trossard is good, but I think we can get obviously more out of Martinelli than we can Trossard. But it would be a shame to see Martinelli go, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because if he has had a couple of seasons. Why would it be
a shame? I thought you wanted to sell Martinelli.
No, I'm a fan of Martinelli. I know he's been a bit in and out the last couple of seasons. He's not been everyone's favourite. He's not been, consistent every game. But I still think there's a player there, and I mean, unless we've got the right amount of money for him. It makes
sense to keep Trossard over Martinelli, because Trossard is better as an impact sub. So let's say if we got a new left winger, impact-wise, Trossard is probably better.
If we got someone to replace him, like an Eze, then I'd go for. Well, then again, would Eze work as a prop? Like, because with our system, I don't know if we'd obviously change it to suit Eze. Obviously, with our system currently in Martinelli, he's just direct on the left. I mean, does Eze want to play more of a central role as he would at Palace? Would that work? That there's a lot of questions to go around it. If we were to say, I mean, I think that whole, I know it's part of your title, Sam, as the Rodrygo really boat sailed for Arsenal. But if we were to get him to replace Martinelli, I'd probably be for it. But with the amount of money we've spent, and if we're looking still at Eze, and I haven't seen many reports about Rodrygo to Arsenal now, I think that's kind of sailed. I don't think it's a smart move. I'd personally rather keep him. But I can see your point in reasoning why Trossard would be more sensible, because he's an impact sub, older.
But I agree with you. I think Martinelli is the better player.
Yeah.
Can that form from 2.5 years ago be rekindled out of him. I still think it's there, and I think it can. You don't lose talent, you lose confidence when it comes to players like this, man. And I think if a proper manager worked with him, to get it back out of him. So I could see the logic. And how old's Trossard now?
30, 31?
So he's getting on. So I would see the logic in keeping Martin, unless you get a Saudi offer come in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Unless we got a big chunk and didn't sell him for pennies, like Arsenal normally with selling players, I wouldn't want to let him go. And I still think there's a player there. There's still a player there. And I don't see something wrong in him fighting for his position. That might make him better, you know. And I'd rather have more talent than just a bench like super sub. And also, you know, Trossard was that, but he is becoming a bit hit and miss now. You know, he's not really becoming like that guaranteed super sub. So yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 for me. But I'm buzzing, Sam. I've got a striker finally. He will be on the back of my shirt this season. And I hope he absolutely smashes it and bags 20
Are
plus
Arsenal
goals.
fans actually putting Glock and then the number 9?
I don't do that. But I understand why fans do. You know, they get excited, but I'm not all for the name changing and stuff.
Will he be your number? Who's number 9 for you currently? Is it Jesus?
Jesus, yeah. I think it should be 14, personally. I mean, unless Jesus wants to give up his number, which I doubt, just give him the 14. Why not? Or the 99.
Oh, because Eddie and Ketia had it last, didn't they?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but
So, everyone was a bit paranoid that Madueke would get the 14. And but obviously he's got the 20 now. But I think you should give it to Gyokeres or give him the 99. Why not? Make a bit of
can't
fun.
have 99.
Can you have 99?
Damn. I
Okay,
found that
14.
out the other day, yeah.
14 then. That's what I'll go for.
Rules on it.
Hussam, I guess if Arsenal don't get Rodrygo and Diaz is on his way to Bayern, 70 million or something I read, does that mean you get Rodrygo?
I mean, hopefully we'll speak about it more in the Liverpool section. But do you think this makes? Do you think this makes Arsenal a serious contender next season, Joe? Where do you think this Gyokeres signing puts them?
They better be for Arteta's sake and for the Arsenal fans' sake. It's the missing piece of the jigsaw, right? That's what we've all been saying for a while now.
Yeah.
I don't. The answer is don't know, and I think as well, like the striker market. Obviously, there's only really a couple of options that's been available, and like on one hand, certain sections of the Arsenal hierarchy probably wanted Sesko. Certain sections of the Arsenal hierarchy probably wanted Gyokeres, which probably tells me that not everyone was 100% sold. So why were they all not 100% sold? So again, any transfer is a risk, but ideally he needs to hit the ground running because we know Arsenal in it. If I'm being honest, for me, it lives in a total world of its own in terms of pressure from social media and stuff. Like it's its own like crazy entity is Arsenal, right? It's that big. So if he doesn't hit the ground running, it might be tough, but there have to be. It has to work because this is the final piece of the jigsaw. But yeah, if it doesn't, then I think Arteta will be out of a job by the end of the season. And maybe someone, I don't know. The answer, I don't know, mate. It all depends.
Joe, let me ask
You're
you
a fan of Arteta, so when you say this, you're not like you. It's not like you've spoken negatively about him before.
No,
You've
no,
actually
no.
defended him on streams, but
I have.
Do you think this is? Do you think this is like? Is it a year too late? This striker signing?
Potentially.
3 years.
Potentially.
5
No,
years.
because I think when they bought Jesus and that was when was it 22, 23 where we were all like, wow. But we were speaking about it last week. I think personally, to watch, Arsenal have regressed.
Yeah, 100%.
To watch.
I think that was the best football Arsenal ever played.
Yeah, it was
100%.
It was like a breath of fresh
invincible time, yeah.
And we were all going, you know, these signing, because this is the thing, football, it changes so quickly. We were, if we're being honest, going, they've got winners in the side now in Jesus and Zinchenko. Now we're going, they need to go. They're not doing enough. So football changes so quickly. But I do think from a stylistic point of view, they've sort of regressed and have a lot more control and stuff. I get that. But yeah, I have backed Arteta because I think he has done a good job there. But now it's at that stage, Hussam, where it's put up or shut up. He has to win something this year of note. And, you know, it's like he's got all the tools now, right? For him, maybe certain, myself included, would say, yeah, but it's not really fair because he didn't have a striker. Now he's got that striker. He's got everything in his arsenal. So, no pun intended. Like, so he has to make it happen now. He has to make it happen.
Joe, let me ask you this, Joe, right?
Go on.
Do you think Arsenal win the league? Or are they favourites to win the league?
They're not favourites, no.
Okay. Do you think they're favourites to win the Champions League?
No, they're definitely not favourites for that.
So Arteta not winning the league at the end of the season shouldn't really surprise anyone. You get where I'm going? I think.
Yeah, no, I do.
he has to.
But you're
agree,
looking at
he
this from a
has to.
different perspective.
At the end of the day, for me, if they finish, I know this probably won't go down well, but if they finish second valiantly, he'll be okay. And why I say that that's a point is because Liverpool fans were asking for Klopp to leave when they were beaten by City by 90-odd points.
But we always left with something, though.
True. That is true. Fair enough. So, yeah, I'm leaving here with something. He has to leave with something.
That year that you speak about, okay, we finished twice second, 90-plus points.
Yeah.
One year we won the Champions League. The other year we got to the Champions League final, won a Carabao Cup and an FA.
Exactly. You were winning trophies in between.
Yeah, so that's why people weren't asking for Klopp to leave. People were asking for more investment to help Klopp.
Exactly.
The problem with Arteta is they leave with nothing. So I'll give you the scenario. Remember 2 years ago when me and you both agree that's the best football that like they've ever played, right? That year they were in the Europa League. Had they won the Europa League that year, and then the year after they won the FA Cup and blah, 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 then you're saying, okay, we always leave with something. Like there's always something for us to celebrate come end of the season. The problem is that Arsenal don't leave with anything. You know, that's the thing. So, like, I'm looking at this from a different perspective about this whole second place valiantly and all this. I'll tell you my honest opinion. First of all, guys, we have 1,200 people in here who are not even at 200 likes yet. Have some shame. We're talking about Gyokeres, and you all have worse conversion rate than literally Hoyland. So close the live chat and hit the like button, please. Now, back to the Arsenal thing. It's at this moment in time, this is how I describe Arsenal. League honor, egal. League honor is 20% of the fan base. Egal is 20% of the fan base. That 20% will always support Arteta, and that 20% wants Arteta gone. Then you have the 60% in the middle that are neither here nor there. They're the ones that we work with. They're like, okay, he's going to get another chance, but he must deliver. You want to know the problem? At this moment in time, it doesn't matter if Arsenal sign Just Joe and Wolfie. They have to win something. Because it's been so long. It's no, I'm actually being dead serious. Like, at this moment in time, genuinely, no one cares. No one cares if they sign Messi or if they sign random guy from Oxford United. Like, literally, no one cares. You have to win. You categorically have to win. And that's the problem for Arsenal right now is, listen, even if you're in the 60% and Arteta doesn't deliver this season, no one cares. No one cares who Liverpool signed. No one cares who City signed. It's on you to deliver. And they haven't delivered. And they haven't delivered for a while. And that's the problem for Arsenal Football Club. Because it's not even about the likes of the ones who are Arteta out or Arteta in. And I'll give you a prime example. First game week, away at Manchester United. Very plausible scenario, nothing crazy. That game ends 1-1. That one result alone is enough to send the entirety of the fan base into a meltdown. Literally one result. I'm not even exaggerating. Because they're in a mindset of, like, because of how shit this year was, they need the first, like, 7 games to win every single one of them for them to, like, believe again. Because I just feel like they're ready to just immediately just go and just, like, they're all on edge right now. Every time you speak to an Arsenal fan, you feel it when the way they speak. They're just on edge, you know. They're all ready to go. They're either ready to go this side or ready to go the other side. So all it's gonna take is one bad result, because it's such a pressure cooker scenario for all of them. Even the 60% that I mentioned, they will immediately just go like this guy's not good enough, get him out. Because by match week 3, once again, plausible scenario. No disrespect, but we're talking about probabilities here. So they draw away at Man United, they beat Leeds at home, and then they lose to Liverpool at Anfield. By the time they look at that table, if they see Liverpool 9, City 9, Chelsea 9, and then they're on 4, or at that moment in time, they will immediately turn literally match week 3. because they don't really have any more patience, if you get what I'm saying. Patience is earned. Patience is like, you can't just be patient and patient and patient and patient and patient till like judgment day. Like at some point in time, you're gonna have to deliver, mate. And that's the problem, because he hasn't delivered for 4 years. Patience has run out. So it doesn't matter if Liverpool sign prime Neymar, prime Messi, prime Ronaldinho. No one can happen. Arsenal have to deliver.
Yeah, 100%.
But let's say the opposite happens and they go win, 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 and then obviously they lose their 4th match and they end up at the top of the league. Okay, that narrative then changes.
Because then they will have to
that's what I'm saying. It's like ifs, buts, and maybes. But that narrative could be more negative because the egal 20%, as you put it, will hold on to the start of that season all the way up until February time or something like that. You get me?
At the end of the day,
there's gonna be civil war in the Arsenal.
At the end of the day, this season's going to be a tricky one. And at the end of the day, the one who has the most pressure is the manager. I mean, I like to think, I said this to you the other day, Sam, I like to think that he knows that this is the last dance, dare I say. If he doesn't win anything, if he wins something, then we'll talk about end of the season if he carries on and we push on for someone else. But, you know, it's like, I agree with Sam, you know, patience is earned, and some fans would say patience has been earned by the progress we made by going down from where we were at the beginning, where we started, to the league when we were pushing up, but obviously not winning it. I'm not really a part of that whole train that says that. I'm happy in the improvement that we've made, but in terms of the trophies, which is obviously what every fan wants for their club, that's it's not what we're getting. And, you know, it's now to a point where I'm even dragging my head saying, right, one more season, here we go.
Where are you, Connor? Are you Ghana?
I mean, you know what? Wolfie. I've kind of always been Arteta out in a sense. Really, I've never really been. It's always me. I just want the trophies, and I get the progress we've made. I respect the progress we've made. I respect the signings some of the signings we made. We've had hits and misses. Don't get me wrong, but it's always been because he's been in the job anyway. I can't change anything. He's still in the job the season after, because it was the season before last, I believe, is when I was just like, let's just cut it off now. Get someone new in. We've got a team that's competing. We can see that. But he's not getting us over the line, not even in the cup competitions. Like, come on, like, you know, that's when, and then we did it again.
You see what I meant now by leaving with something? That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if we were winning an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, it's something, you know, that would have pushed me on to think, right, at least we're winning something. So we know we can win in a knockout. Let's do the long form and try and get this league, you know. So and then the players have that winning mentality as well. I think that's something that for a period of time we were lacking, you know. But then it's things like last season, the Champions League run we were on. Everyone was loving it because obviously it bypassed the league. We were awful. Every season there's always something that pushes us on to say, one more season, Mikel, one more season, Mikel. I genuinely don't think we could finish in the final and lose it. We could be in the Carabao Cup final and lose it, and the FA Cup final and lose it. Nothing can warrant, and a second place finish, nothing I don't think can warrant not leaving this season with a trophy.
Can I ask you a question, Connor, honestly? Is your lack of excitement driven as well by who Liverpool have signed?
I mean, I'm definitely more worried. It's not even with you, Sam. All the big teams that are around us that are making big signings. It's worrying. You know, it is worrying. There's a lot of teams making really huge signings.
Sad, bro. He said he's worried. Stop pushing your weird agendas.
I'm not pushing a weird agenda. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay, Connor.
All right, let me ask Connor this question. Connor,
no. Wait. Let me ask, because he answered already. I dunked on you. So let me just ask my question.
No. So Connor, let me ask him one question.
Is your lack of excitement at least driven a little bit by how the ones around you are strengthening? Be honest.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, it's worrying. Yeah, because
let me ask you this.
Thank you.
Did you get sick and tired and bored of the Gyokeres signing? One day Sesko, one day Gyokeres closer than close. Did you get sick and tired of how long it dragged out? And did that take a little bit from the excitement of when he did sign, because it dragged out for so long? And bear in mind, you've been waiting 4 years for a striker.
That's true. When the reports first came out between the two of them, and it was bearing more towards Sesko, my excitement did go down, because I thought, we're doing the project aspect again. We're not doing the player we need now that just can come into the team and we hopefully can just get going straight away. When the Sesko stuff was happening, and it looked like we were generally on the verge of about to sign him for, God, what was it, 80 million euro, whatever it was? That's when my excitement then did drop, and I was thinking, Liverpool have done this, City are doing this, Chelsea, all the teams that finished up top last season doing this. You know, it's. I'm now a bit worried because it's not the striker I wanted. Nothing against Benjamin Sesko, it just wasn't the guy I wanted. But then when that dropped because of the fee, Arsenal didn't want to pay that, thank God, and we went back for Gyokeres. My excitement went back up again. And when the stuff came out about him didn't want to go back to Sporting, all that between that, I'm not gonna lie, Wolfie, I got really excited because it's the guy I wanted the whole time. But as much as I am excited for him to be here, I always said the striker's the thing we need to hopefully get over the line. I can't not sit here and say the Liverpool signings when Man City was signing players at the start of the window, Chelsea, all the other teams around us, when they were signing, it has worried me, but not the excitement for Gyokeres. I'm still excited.
Worried. You weren't depressed off it though, were you?
No,
because you knew they would sign.
I wouldn't be. Yeah, of course, players are going to sign teams,
exactly.
and I had a funny feeling
agendas,
as well.
The thing is, like with this, like the rest of your window now. So it's 23rd. By the way, when does the window close exactly? In
September the 4th or something.
No,
Isn't it the first? No,
first.
First of September. Wait, so didn't they last year? I swear, didn't they like close it mid-August or some shit?
For the window.
no, it was
Yeah.
first.
No.
Wasn't the English Premier League one like moved back? So they moved it. Fair enough. Like they okay. So you've got essentially, let's say we're at the end of July. So you got the whole of August right now. Do you think that Arsenal's next signing is going to be Eze and then that's it, window done?
I think so. Because obviously
Eze is going to be your starting left winger.
We're waiting for Mascara to sign as well. That's still waiting to be announced. So that'll be 8 players. 8, 7.
Mascara.
Clip that just in case.
He's not a left winger though. This is
that's the thing. You know, how would we facilitate him? Are we gonna have to do a thing where we're gonna have to play him out of position and he won't enjoy it? That's the one thing.
You already see that, bro. You got Madweki there ready for you, primed on the left hand side, right?
Hey, listen, I'm all for him to do his thing. I just hope it's not going to be a Sterling. You haven't seen the best of me yet. I hope he does actually show us the best of him and not just be terrible. But I've heard things like, obviously Chelsea fans have been bantering us 50 million, but I think there might be a player there. The price tag is something though. But
He's not a bad footballer.
And I'm not going to blame.
Joe, would you take him?
Stuff he was getting,
obviously.
Like the 50 million, right? And people were going towards him about that. I can't stand that. He can't control how much he's bought for.
No.
And it's not like he's the worst player in the world. I think there's something there. He's still very young. Let's see how he does. I'm always going to back our new players. It's just, and when he came in, I felt really bad for him because players are on social media just like us. They know more football than any of us do. They know about it, and all that hate he was getting towards, and all the graffiti that was going on for him. I thought, bloody hell, you'd think we're signing the worst of the worst. It's like, So I do get the price tag.
It's more the narrative, isn't it? It's this is your second Chelsea signing, 6 windows or whatever.
I get it.
I don't think it's
second Chelsea signing, 4th, mate.
This window.
If we signed him for 15 to 20, I guarantee. I have a funny suspicion none of that would have happened. It was the price tag. People saw the 50 and they lost it, and I get it. It's a lot of money for a player that isn't worth 50 million. But he can't.
Even Igal lost his shit. He's like,
oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but
the player
can't understand it.
Viral clips right there. Why?
Because you buy in Madweki has pretty much paid for Xavi Simons to go to Chelsea.
I mean, we've been doing it for years, Wolfie. We're practically buying all their players at this point.
I just don't understand the logic. I agree with you. I don't think he's a bad player. I just think, why?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you needed a backup right, let's pretend he's going to be a backup right winger. There's plenty you could have got in the Premier League. Even freaking Tavernier or something from Bournemouth.
I think it's
but he's streets ahead of Tavernier. What we're doing here?
Is he
Tavernier?
Yeah,
I think that's a bit of a low blow, Wolfie.
No, I just plucked him out as a random winger.
Well, my point is, mate, if he's coming in as a backup, that's a top tier backup.
Yeah, but is he coming in as a backup?
Well, that's what I mean. The main concern is if he's going to be operating on the left.
We'll wait and see. I like how he takes players on 1-to-1. He drives the ball forward. I do like that. He always has confidence going forward. I think that's something I like in our wingers because Martinelli does that on the left. He just takes players on all the time. And he's got pace. There's aspects. He's just not worth 50. But I'm not going to let that change my opinion on how he plays for Arsenal.
Well, let me ask you this, right? If you got, let's pretend you get Eze in this hypothetical world.
Yeah.
Would you consider dropping Odegaard and playing Eze instead of him?
Oh God. I'll tell you something. I wasn't Odegaard's biggest fan last season, Wolfie. Be honest with you.
Whether he would consider it, I don't think Arteta would consider it at
Oh
all.
God, no, that's his captain.
Yeah,
man.
but Arteta doesn't consider logical things, does he? But
Me and you both know that Arteta's not dropping Odegaard. Allow it.
I wonder what kind of
By
things
the way,
about
this
that.
notion that Eze is going to leave Crystal Palace to be backup 10 at Arsenal, put the fries in the bag. That's just not
I didn't
good.
even say
Do you know
backup, I
what?
said replace.
You know, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing people doing like 11s of the possible season. And I saw people putting Eze's name under Odegaard, and I thought, what? You think we're going to pay all that money for him to sit on the bench? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
No. For me, no. If I'm thinking logistically and not my way, my way. I'd have them both in the team because Odegaard, as much as he annoyed me a lot last season, we've got a striker now. He doesn't have to work with a false nine constantly. Hopefully, he can now adapt and stay more forward. He won't have to drop back a lot. I think I'd like to have both on the pitch, Wolfie. It would make sense for me. But it's just how we would facilitate Eze. Because I don't want him as a classic left winger. He doesn't play like that. You know, he plays as a more central midfielder, central 10.
I agree.
Palace, you know, so it's about how we go about it. But that's for how Mikel Arteta would
Now
decide.
you signing Gyokeres, I think you've guaranteed second place. Like that's a good first step.
I mean, I hope so. I think.
Why is Joe laughing? Joe
Just
laughing.
like,
Joe
laughing.
laughing.
No, I
That's
hope
not
so.
how I. Okay, I meant as in you're like better than City and Chelsea now.
Oh,
That's
100,
fine.
and I'm more confident going into this season than I was.
I need to word that differently because it's.
Wait, are you not worried about Arsenal, Hassan?
No, I'm not worried about Arsenal.
So by that, if you think they're good enough for second, you're not worried about anyone.
I'll tell you how I feel about the three contenders. I'm worried about City because of Pep. Because Pep is a bald bastard that have just given me PTSD my whole life. Like I hate that guy so much, and I always have respect for Pep. So I can't disrespect Pep ever. Chelsea, I'm not worried about, but I'm side-eyeing them. You know, like I'm side-eyeing them. Like just be careful what they're doing, type shit. Arsenal, I just don't believe in their manager. I don't think their manager is capable of getting them over the line, and I'm entitled to have that opinion after 3 years of this shit. Like. Me and you had that discussion even yesterday. The problem with Arsenal is not even the big teams. Like the problem is the small teams they're expected to beat. Never forget 2 years ago, had they just beaten Villa at home, they're league champs. Literally, had they beaten and listen, people have their opinions on Trent or whatever, but Trent did come out and say, I think had Liverpool just beaten Crystal Palace, Arsenal wouldn't have bottled it against Aston Villa. Like that's just the truth, and I don't think they're capable of getting over the line. To be honest with you, with this manager, I think they need a new manager, a fresh voice, fresh opinions. Because the likes of Saka, Rice, Odegaard, blah blah blah, they've all heard the same shit over and over again. Oh, we're 1-0 down. Here come Arteta with the same exact bullshit speech he gave us for the last 5 years. You get me? It's the fucking.
I'm not gonna lie. I
bulb,
watched our
guys.
preseason game today.
It's the fucking light bulb, guys.
Well, that's the
We
thing, I
work
watched
together. The light bulb will light up. He's like, okay, mate, you've told me this for 5 seasons in a row. Like, now what? The light bulb is lighting, but we're not lighting on the pitch.
That's one thing I'm paranoid. Sam, that's one thing I'm paranoid about is that we're going to play the exact same way this year. I'm not expecting this mad change up, right? But well, maybe I should. I don't know. But I watched our preseason game today against Milan, and it is literally the exact same thing. But there was no Gyokeres. Zubimendi didn't start. We were playing a double pivot actually at one point between Norgard and Rice, whether that would be going into next season, I don't know. But we were playing the exact same way. We were always on the right with Saka. We were barely using the left-hand side. It's making me think if we're going to go into this season with no new plan, that's worrying. And then that makes me think, right, maybe we now do actually.
It's making you think, when is it going to end, Robbie? That's what.
Yeah, when. Yeah.
When is it going to end, Robbie?
They won 1-0, but they still lost. That was just hilarious.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Penalties, man.
Pre-season baffles me. You win 1-0, but you have a penalty shootout and you lose on the. I'm seeing us on FOTMob we've got like a cross against our name. And I'm thinking, but we won the game 1-0.
Connor, if you want to enjoy some good football, I would advise you Saturday we play Milan, 12:30 kickoff. Wake up with your breakfast, switch on Liverpool versus Milan. You'll see nice, good football, 5-0 win, and everyone just keeps.
Needing that player that evening. Forest.
Then we lose penalties in the end because Alisson can't save penalties. Alisson can't save a penalty to save his life, so we're just gonna lose penalties at the end. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that would be fun.
Joe, how ecstatic were you when you drew Man U?
Do you know what? We were all right. We played well. Do you know what made me laugh? Yeah, Ruben Amorim after the game, he says, "We did not expect Leeds United to be able to hold on to the ball so well." Honestly, he's not learned his lesson. He's not learned his lesson that every team in the Premier League is of a certain level. I think he just thought we'll roll over these, and he were like, "Oh, we didn't think they'd be able." What do you mean you didn't think? Like we're the best team in the Championship, scored over fucking 60 goals, got 100 points. Like you should have done your homework, maybe. But yeah, they're not up to much, are they? They're not.
No, they're definitely not up to much. That's why I ain't got the United fan on this show right here. Like, you know, I'll be honest with you. Like, I actually invite all the United fans, please subscribe to Just Joe Football Show. Because that's where you're going to be in the league next season. In and around Leeds United. Bring back the old rivalry. You know, the Leeds United rivalry. That's the rivalry right there.
Definitely.
Leave me be. It's going to be number 21 on your head tops, and you're all just going to cry.
Me and Saeed are doing a weekly show as well. Like, so.
There you go, then. There you go.
Drop,
Perfect.
Actually, yeah, we need to sort it, Wolf.
Anyway, let me grab these supers, you guys, and then we're gonna move on, talk about the biggest club in England, Liverpool Football Club. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Let me look at the like count so I can get disappointed. 1,300 people in here. How many likes are we on? 300 likes. Guys, let's get to 500 likes. Have some shame and some decorum. Close the live chat and like the video. We can't not be at 500 likes with 1,300 people watching. And please go subscribe to all these guys' channels. I love it when I see my community in other people's chats. Go subscribe to Forest Fan TV. Every time Forest is losing a game, go and abuse Wolfie in the comments. Don't insult him or anything, just abuse him. Tell him you
do the insults as well.
Stuff like this, you get me? Just don't call him a camel writer. Go subscribe to Just Joe Football Show. Don't abuse Joe because he's a nice guy and he's not a gaslighting rage baiter. So go subscribe to him and show him love in the chat.
He's not?
No. Joe is not a gaslighter at all. The audacity of you.
All right. I hear it.
You think Joe gaslights? Joe don't gaslight at all.
I hear it, man. Joe's all just polite now. He's on Hassam's show. You know what I'm saying? He's all these bloody Arabs,
Listen,
man.
Joe had me on the channel when I was a nobody. Like when I had like 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. So I was there. It was a Thursday show with Loz, that Leicester fan.
Locks,
I remember Lawless was on it, right?
No, his name was Corey. The West Ham
Lawless was on a couple of times. The West Ham fan.
Corey, that is.
Okay.
He's not even around anymore, man.
Lawless on your
I
channel,
don't know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know where he is either, but fair enough.
You know where
so
Lawless is?
I
know where Lawless is. He's crying about Callum Wilson right now.
You can find Connor on TJ Warren TV, so we plugged that in the chat. Anyway, like sub chat. Let me just grab these supers and then we'll carry on to speak about Liverpool Football Club. So, first and foremost, everyone please spam W's in the chat for my guy Tyler for dropping in the 150 piece. Big up to you, Tyler. Big up. Dubs in the chat for you, Tyler. Appreciate you so much, my brother. You get me? This is one of the OGs right here. Tyler Jones subscribed to my channel under 200 subs.
Yeah, he loves
That's how long ago that shit was. 4 years ago, Tyler Jones. You get me?
Poor guy, man.
Appreciate you, Tyler.
Nice quality though. I've got a guy that. Do you know what? I've got a guy that was like my first ever member, and he's like just still there now every time. It's like quality.
Oh, that's funny, man. Came out of nowhere.
And then he gets mad when I call. That's why you're a prick. Big up to Jedi Shinobi, who says Hotel Chair Peels is saying LFC not in for Rodrygo. Hey, if James Pierce is saying we're not in for him, it means we're in for him. We're still trusting James Pierce, big 2025. I promise you, I've given more Liverpool exclusives than James Pierce.
Oh, you are so selective, depending on the story.
The last time James Pierce got an exclusive right was 2017. You know, Wolfie,
When was your last exclusive?
You don't even know Liverpool insider stories. That's your problem. You don't even know the inside stories.
Bro, I just want to know when your last exclusive.
Do you know that James Spears was banned from taking any Liverpool news? Do you know that James Spears is the
Wallahi.
Liverpool? Ask the chat. James Spears was the Liverpool representative in the Athletic, and Ornstein still drops the Liverpool bombas. That's number 2. Number 3. Do you know that the reason why Liverpool keep all their transfer news under wraps is because of James Spears? Because James Spears is the one that leaked Van Dijk and Klopp meeting in Blackpool. That's why his relationship with the club deteriorated. So yeah, James Spears is not a reliable source at all for Liverpool news. Wolfie gonna run again when Hussam comes with the facts. I can't believe I was so. You know, so many people messaged me yesterday that I got gaslit, including like Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, and everything. All I said was the reason why Arsenal fans aren't as excited is because Liverpool have made like unbelievable signings. So they're like, shit. Even though we signed Gyokeres, this other club just won the league and have made all these signings. And he's like, oh my God, why are you making this about you? I'm not making it about me.
You did make it about you.
It's who's competing for the title. So,
but you did make it about you.
Believe Dario yes, but not LFC James Spears selective. I'm not being selective at all.
Thank you.
Okay, Liverpool fans on the chat, put 1 in the chat if you think James Spears is not reliable for Liverpool and hasn't been since 2017.
And the non-Liverpool fans in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you think Hussam is selective.
I'm not selective at all.
Nah.
See how many ones are in the chat? All Liverpool fans. No one.
They're all saying you're selective. They're all saying you're selective.
James Spears leaked the Blackpool Van Dijk thing, and ever since then, his relationship with the club deteriorated. You know that Klopp literally refused to answer his question in the press conference. Like, he genuinely has a bad relationship with the club.
I don't know why you're telling me like I care.
Because you're the one that's bringing it up. I'm selective.
I didn't bring... You are selective.
Okay, so the Rodrygo's news is happening via Spanish newspapers, Marca, and ESPN
It's
Brazil.
got nothing to do with Rodrygo, bro. Are you telling me you're not selective in the 2 in the morning WhatsApp messages I get from some random person I've never heard of? Say, oh, Bahad, look, we're linked with...
I haven't shared anything for
Just
someone
go.
random. I share Ornstein, Fabrizio, stuff like this.
Yeah, we'll see.
We are in for Rodrygo. Top Gunners don't believe. We're going to talk about Rodrygo next. You get me? Love seeing Don this giddy. Better not bottle it, mate. Bottle what? We better not bottle it. You've bottled it for 3 seasons in a row. You have a history.
Yeah, but you're scared of no one, so it would be...
Wolfie would argue with Hussam even if Hussam says the sun is hot. This gaslighting fraud has a fetish of arguing for no reason.
I would argue with Hussam if he said the sun is hot. Cool.
The sun is hot.
Okay. And? Like, what?
I just wanted you to argue. Maybe the sun is cold in Wolfie's world. You never know.
Oh, there's hotter parts of the sun than other parts, so technically those parts would be colder than the other bits.
Right. You literally just proved
Actually being correct.
Big up Caster. Big up Caster. You got him. You got him. Anyway, listen, as I said, guys, let's get the likes and subscribe. So, Liverpool Football Club, Ekitike, Rodrygo, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to start out with Connor on this one because the people know my opinions. What's your thoughts on the Liverpool transfer window so far?
Liverpool's. I think that you're definitely trying to solidify another league title next season. There's no doubt about that. You're making moves in the right positions. You're signing players in the right positions. I think, yeah, so it's left back, right back, 10 and striker, right? That's the 4. I mean, if that doesn't signal try harder to try catch us next season, I don't know what does, you know, because it's going to, I mean, that's making you even more of a harder side than what you were last season, in my opinion. Sam, you've put the right players in the right positions from the players that you are looking to get rid of, or players that have left. And it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how your players actually fit, especially Wirtz. There's going to be a lot of pressure on him to see if he delivers instantly, because I think he has to, surely, with that price tag. So I think that's going to be one to watch for the first couple games of the season. But I think you're definitely sending a message out there, Sam. And I don't know whether you're trying to make another one in Rodrygo. I mean, I think is it safe to say you've had the best window so far?
That's very safe to say.
I think it's easy to say. But it's all about how your whole team fares together next season with these new additions. Will Gyokeres fit correctly? I'd be interested to see how Frimpong does, because obviously he's more of an attacking fullback than defensive. But then again, Trent was that. So, and you seemed all right. So, yeah, listen, you're making the right choices, you're making the right moves, and it's. I wouldn't be surprised if you're one of the happiest people on earth right now, Sam. I can see by your grin.
Of course.
You very
Listen,
much
Liverpool
are.
are cook-
So,
Liverpool are cooking right now in this
you
transfer
are.
window.
You are.
And look, at the end of the day, I never said that Rodrygo is 100% joining Liverpool, because it depends on Luis Diaz leaving, and it also depends on Rodrygo's personal choices. We had the argument as well on the stream with Will yesterday, and we had that conversation with Will, and Will is a Madrid fan, and he said there's a world which Rodrygo stays, and I agree with him. Rodrygo could end up staying at Real Madrid. Now, is it the right thing for his career? Probably not, because he's not going to start ahead of Vinny and Mbappe, the way that Xabi Alonso plays. And in a World Cup year, surely he wants first team football. So I don't think he should stay, but there is a world in which he does stay. So, I'll be honest with you. Look, if Rodrygo comes out and says that he wants to stay at Real Madrid, I think Liverpool will probably pivot to an Anthony Gordon type of player. But we're going to still win the league even with Anthony Gordon playing left wing back. That doesn't make me feel any less confident. I think players of Rodrygo and Isak's ilk make the difference in the Champions League, in my opinion. Like, if you sign Isak and Rodrygo as an example, that gives you a much bigger chance of being, obviously, Champions League winners. But in terms of Premier League, I do think our plan B is Anthony Gordon. And look, Anthony Gordon, Mo, Ekitike, and Wirtz, I'll take my chances against anyone. I think the interesting thing is, from Rodrygo's perspective, is where will he end up? Because you look at all the other clubs. If Arsenal sign Eze, that's going to be their starting left winger. Bayern Munich are looking at signing Luis Diaz. If they get that over the line, that's going to be their starting left winger. You look at PSG, they already have 4 wingers, and they're not going to sign a 5th one to be a rotational piece on the bench right now, because Barcola's staying. So it's just Liverpool and Chelsea right now that makes sense. In terms of Chelsea, obviously, when you speak to the Chelsea fans, they say that the problem is his wages are too high, and they don't want to he don't want to essentially break the wage structure at Chelsea, because that's what makes them different from the other clubs. Is yes, they have death row contracts, but the wages are low. So they don't want to ruin that. That's why they're looking at someone like Xavi Simons. So it just makes sense for the Rodrygo to Liverpool situation. So it's just on him. It's literally just on him. If he decides he wants to leave, it'll be Liverpool. If he decides he wants to stay, then he's just going to be a bench player at Real Madrid. Because actually, interestingly enough, the Madrid fan that I spoke to yesterday didn't just tell me that he's been benched by Vinicius and Mbappe. He also told me that Arda Güler has also taken his place as the super sub, basically. So
He's a baller, man.
yeah, but it's getting sticky for Rodrygo. I think he should leave personally. So
Yeah, he should.
What's the
Welcome to the
question?
Premier League.
What's the question, bro? The monologue was so long, I forgot the question.
Wolfie, on YouTube, you don't have to necessarily ask questions. That's the whole point of being a content creator.
I thought you did ask a question.
You can speak for 7 minutes uninterrupted without any questions, Wolfie. Why are you doing this? Trying to act like a
You
smart
had the
ass.
question, and then there was this
Stop
moment
being
of
a
silence.
smart ass, Wolfie. Stop being a smart ass.
I'm not. Anyway, do I think you get him? I don't know. You can get Isak. So can you get Rodrygo? Probably.
Do you think he'll
Probably.
ask to leave though?
If he's being told by Alonso that he's not part of his plans, then you don't even need to ask, do you? That's like when a guy breaks up with a girl and they just stop calling her because they haven't got the kahunas to just call her and say broken up. You send that message, don't you? You're just like, yeah, we're done. I'm not answering you. So he'll get the signal. He's one who
The
fits
message
the
from
Premier League.
Madrid is, we're open to selling, but Rodrygo hasn't asked to leave. That's the message, essentially.
Yeah, so they want the girl to break up. The guy doesn't want to do the breakup. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's the thing.
So, look, I think he fits the Premier League. I think his attributes suit it. So go do it. Go do it. But don't just think because you win the transfer window, you win the league. That's all I'll say.
No, I'm not saying because we win the transfer window, we'll win the league. I'm making the argument that I made yesterday, which you completely ignored because you tried to rage bait and just
I
clip
was
farm.
doing the rage bait yesterday, bro.
You were 100% doing the rage bait. How can
you were-
Liverpool go back to back?
Okay.
Is use examples of other clubs that went back to back and try to replicate what they do. So I gave you that example and you refused to listen. Chelsea kept their spine. Their spine was Czech, Ashley Cole, John Terry, Frank Lampard, and Drogba. And they improved around that season in, season out. Man United, the same. I remember when they signed Saha. I remember when they signed Berbatov. They still had Tevez and Rooney there. They had Cristiano Ronaldo. So you improve you improve around your spine. As things stand, if we go like the report today is that Konate isn't desperate to leave.
When
Liverpool
Chelsea won in 2017, did they lose their spine?
No, they had their spine.
Okay, so why didn't they go back to back?
They actually won. They in 2015 they won with Mourinho. Wait,
It's not the rule.
Yeah,
It's not
Chelsea
the
did
rule.
win with.
Let me just tell Joe this, right? This
Wait,
is what
did
happened.
Chelsea win in 2015?
17.
Yeah.
16,
When was
17,
Leicester's season?
16.
Okay, so it was Chelsea, Leicester, and then Chelsea. Yeah. So Conte came in fresh voice, but they had their spine at the time. But
Okay,
they
so
just
why
had a
didn't they
very
go
bad
back to
season with
back?
Mourinho.
So
But they didn't
the
improve. But they
people
actually didn't improve around their spine that year.
Let me just Joe, just so you know what this is, right? Kez yesterday said the probability of a team winning the league back to back is not high. Okay, based on the history of the Premier League. He then said that
Well,
he
that's
still
not
thinks
true.
yeah, it is.
Is it
More
statistically?
times than not, a team doesn't go back to back.
Have you checked the data for that?
Yeah.
Well, what's the data behind it? Because City won it how
Data
many
is
times
more
in a row?
times
Man
than
United
not, they
won it
haven't.
how many times in a
It's
row?
what,
I
32
don't think
years
that's
of the Premier
true.
League? Well, it's true.
Have you got the data?
Not to hand, bro.
Well, someone give me the data because Man United won it season after season. City won it season after.
But not
season.
always back to back. This
Chelsea
was the
Man
point
United
of Chez.
repeated twice. So that's already 6 years of repeat champions. Chelsea repeated once, so that's 2 years. City won 4 in a row and
And that's about it.
3 no, actually, yeah, 2 in a row before that, before Liverpool stopped them.
We've only Arsenal. Did they do it back to back?
Nope.
Not
Arsenal
under Wenger,
didn't.
no.
No, they didn't. They've never done it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
This
Bro,
is my thing. If
like,
you
irrelevant,
keep
go
your
on,
we'll move
spine,
on.
Anyway,
Someone in the
this
chat
is
find out.
one.
Someone
It
in
wasn't
the
even
chat
my
find
point. It was Chez's point, right? So the probability of winning back to back is less likely. Okay, based on historical
you're talking
figures.
about the Okay, you said the probability of going
I didn't
back
say it.
to
Chez
back
said it. Chez said
is
it.
okay, but you agreed with them.
Yes, because statistically it's true.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. So don't stop me for irrelevant shit. So the point is, if they went back to back, I'm using them as a reference to increase my probability of going back to back. I'm saying the smart thing that Liverpool have done this summer is kept their spine and then improved around their spine.
That doesn't increase your probability, bro.
Meaning, Kirkaz is a much better player than Robertson. Wirtz is a much better player than Szoboszlai. Ekitike is a much better player than Nunes. And if we do sell Diaz and get Rodrygo, he's obviously a much better player than Diaz. But from the team that won the league, starting for Liverpool Football Club, Alisson, Konate, Van Dijk, McAllister and Gravenberch, and Mo. So I have a spine of a team that's already won, having improved around that spine. That doesn't make me more probable than the rest. But if I look at examples of teams who have gone back to back, that's what they did before.
And I
You
think
get
Joe
it
needs
now?
blue.
So I've checked. So out of 33 seasons, it's been done 10 seasons. So there's a 30% chance. However, it does go on to say clubs like Manchester City with significant financial resources, Liverpool, and depth, Liverpool, have a higher chance, suggesting a probability closer to 40 to 50%.
Yeah, but statistically, it's 30.
And that's why Joe is on this show.
And it also says that
logic
teams that have what does it say? 1 second. I've just read it. The probability key players and management remain stable. it goes up to 40.
Yeah, but you're adding things.
we
to
kept
Ches.
Mo, we kept
Hold
Virgil.
on.
There you go.
You're adding to what Ches said. Chez's stat is on the probability of going back to back. Yeah, what did you say that stat was? 30%.
But it's different if you are a team like because
It
Manchester
doesn't
City and Man
matter.
United,
That's
if
not
we use
relevant
them-
to what was being discussed. The relevance to it was the probability was a lot lower. So there's a 70% chance that they don't retain. And by the way, he caveated that by saying they still probably will retain. He was just saying that statistically, the probability of going back to back is not as high.
And the thing that I was saying is, how can I become part of the 30%? So that was my explanation.
You
That's it.
can become part of the 30%. He
Yeah.
even said you probably will become part
Yeah,
of the
but
30%.
I gave the
Both
how.
things can
That's
be
it.
true, bro. That's the bit you were avoiding. Both can be true.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying just because teams don't always go back to back does not mean by definition that Liverpool won't go back to back. I'm
Correct.
saying this is how we'll be part of the 30%. Keep your spine, improve around it. That's why I told you, even with all these signings, had Mo and Virgil left, it significantly reduces the possibility of us winning the league. But Mo and Virgil are
No
still
one's
here.
disputing.
I
Hence
think
my
if
point.
you had one of them windows of Sam that you had before, where you didn't sign anyone, like say for example, I mean, then again, you did win the league by not signing anyone bar Chiesa. But I think if you showed that we've won the league, we've seen we can do it with no signings bar one. Let's do it again with no signings bar one. I would get the metric of you're not going to do it back to back.
Yeah.
But you can't not look at your window and say you're not doing it again. It's like you've easily got the highest percentage for me to do it again, unless Pep does some wizardry and does a madness, or maybe we do, or anyone else. But I can't see a world out there where people don't think that Liverpool don't do the repeat. Sorry.
They
With the
probably
Premier
will
League.
do the double as well.
Yeah, but Ches said
We could
he
do the
was
double, yeah.
just had them favourites.
Could do the treble. But I think you're more than capable, especially these signings. It's sending out a message. We're going to do it again. You know, it's not like last season where you were, and rightfully so, you guys were really angry with only Chiesa coming in, and obviously you had I can never pronounce his name. I'm really sorry, your new goalkeeper.
Mamardashvili.
That's the one. He was coming in this season, so people were angry about that. We weren't even getting him.
You are right to say they were angry, Con. I remember a certain individual was slot out at the start of the
I was not slot out at the start of the season. You go.
I never get that. You said
know.
you did. I saw another clip of you saying.
I literally a day after.
But then you
I
came
said-
out and said that you didn't. I mean, I was confused.
Yeah, I literally said slot out in March of 2024, before a ball was even kicked in the Premier League, before the transfer window opened, and literally 3 days later, I took it back. That was just an emotional reaction. That's it.
It's great.
And we've all had those. So I was not slot out at the start of the season at all. I was completely slot in at the
Sorry,
start of the season.
before the start of the season, then you were
And
slot out.
before the start of the season, yeah, even before the transfer window opened, I was completely slot in.
Okay, you say so.
Guys, Ben Jacobs, Bomba, just now. Liverpool are not going to give up. They want Alexander Isak, whether that's now remains to be seen. Fucking hell.
How is that a bomber, man?
That's crazy.
That's like saying, I don't know, Joe wants a new hat. Whether he gets it now or next week remains to be seen.
Did you
He
just
does want a
compare
new
Isak
hat.
to a hat?
Well, what do you want me to say? A new freaking
Is the hat
microphone?
going to
What
cost
is it?
him 120 million?
A microphone, mate.
Can the hat score 25 goals a season? Can the hat win him the Champions League?
It could score. I mean, I think he looks rather striking in that hat. It could, get lucky and score with it. So
You're so shameful comparing a football player to a hat. Can we
Can
stop
I
that?
ask you a
it's
question,
an
Sam?
analogy, bro. You don't need to do a like for like analogy. I don't have to say Isak sitting on
Right,
Joe's head,
So
man.
shameful, honestly. He has no
Are you
shame.
actually you're claiming that's a bomber? Tell
There's
me what
no
the bomber
shame.
is within that. Tell me what you just learned from that tweet that you didn't already know.
Because I think us signing Ekitike makes the possibility of us signing Isak lower. That's it.
Yeah.
Are you going to sell Nunes, or is that not in the picture?
Yes, we are.
Oh, you are. You are. Okay.
Addition by subtraction, right
Didn't
there.
he score a
baby.
hat trick
Let's
or a double
get
the
it.
other day? If
Say
I'm
it
right.
again.
Didn't he score a hat trick or like a double the other day?
Yes.
Oh.
You want to know who also banged in preseason? Andreas Pereira at Man United. You know who else banged in preseason? Adam
That's true.
Morgan at Liverpool. You want to know how many players I can bring who banged in
Give him
preseason?
another chance.
You want to go down the preseason hype?
Got a fresh
You
haircut.
see that
and everything,
Madrid
son.
player who in preseason was the top goal scorer of the Club World Cup? Allow it, bro. Allow it.
Bam
Nunes
said
is
it.
one-
Leeds
That's actually a question,
preseason.
Sam. Because obviously Nunes came over. I remember the hype around Nunes when he came from Benfica to Liverpool. You know, everyone thought he'd be this fantastic thing. It's a question to the panel as well, because I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Obviously, Gyokeres is now coming from Sporting, the Portuguese league. Are you thinking at all that he would be another Nunes? Just
Nope.
I'm curious to hear your answers. I don't think he will be.
Oh,
But
he's
you
gonna
guys
ball
think
out.
he'll be another Nunes, or like a João Felix? 'Cause people like to call him João Felix as well. I've heard. Even though it's two different players. What do you guys think?
Boys,
I think Gyokeres balls out. Go on, Joe.
Respect.
No,
Actually, you know what?
mine's a
Let's
totally different
ask
question.
the $1 billion question. Who do you think has a bigger impact next season? This is part of the title, so we might as well talk about it. Who do you think has a bigger impact on the league next season, Ekitike or Gyokeres?
Gyokeres.
Gyokeres. But that's me being biased.
This is
It's-
me being
it's-
objective.
Do you know what? This is the thing. They're both set up to succeed. It's not as if it's, Højlund going in at Man United. It's like Haaland when he went in at City, right? They're set up to succeed. So both sides have all the intangibles, right? Arsenal are now ready. All they need to drop the striker in. Liverpool won the title last year. Yes, they've lost at Trent, but then they've stacked with Gyokeres, and then they've got Frimpong, and so it genuinely is. It's on them. It's on them, right? So it's on the players because both are set up for goals. Do you know what I mean? So
I hear what you're saying, Joe, but my argument back would be that I would still expect Mohamed Salah to have a good season. I would still expect Wirtz to produce that. This is why I think Gyokeres. I agree with what you're saying. Whoever you drop in those teams is going to do well, man. You could put me or you up front. But what I'm saying is Gyokeres' impact will be percentage-wise bigger. Because I would expect a good chunk of Arsenal's goals to now come through him and Saka.
okay, yes.
Do you get what I mean?
Arsenal
That's why I think his
offensive enough
impact
for
will
that
be
to
better.
happen.
I don't
Yeah.
expect Salah to drop in terms of his GA
cool.
by much.
Okay.
Yes,
I was
there will
just
be
thinking who
some
was going to score
exchanging.
more goals, but I get what you're saying. Gyokeres impacts Arsenal more than a striker does at Liverpool. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I think Gyokeres will score more goals, but Ekitike will have more GA.
I can see that. I can see that. I think that's a fair analogy.
I think Ekitike will have a bigger impact in terms of creativity and what he can offer the wingers. That's the thing that I think is.
Do you reckon he's like ready in his career to just be slapped straight into a team like Liverpool and get cooking?
Yeah, I mean, because he's shown consistent improvement. I think he is. He's shown consistent improvement from his days at Reims to PSG to Frankfurt. So he's improved like step by step. And the thing is, like, look, here's the thing. Ekitike is a fundamentally sound footballer. So first touch, passing, creativity, like technically he's very fundamentally sound. If a player is fundamentally sound, I think you can bank on them improving their goal scoring. But if a player is not fundamentally sound, like a Nunes, like a Sesko, I don't think you can bank on them like becoming a goal scorer all of a sudden because they don't have the fundamentals, the basics of football. Meanwhile, the likes of Ekitike, it does have the fundamentals of football. And I think that's where the sort of separation is created because he's fundamentally sound footballer. And this is not something I've made up. Like, this is literally something Mourinho spoke about publicly. Even on Sky, he was like, the basics of football. And Ekitike is someone who could do all the basics correctly. And if you could do all the basics correctly, I back you to score goals.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Who got the better attacker from Frankfurt? Liverpool or Man City?
Oh, that's a question.
I'll go City, actually. I rate Marmoush very highly.
Well, do you know what? Again, it's just a bit of a boring answer because I haven't seen Ekitike in the Premier yet. But just the way Marmoush came straight into the Premier League and some of the goals he scored and how he's played, I can't sit here and just say Ekitike when I haven't even seen enough of him. So for me, that's
I think Marmoush is
he's such a great player.
He's a very good player. Yeah,
really good.
No one will argue that Ekitike is better than Marmoush. I think Marmoush is better than Ekitike.
Some have.
Fairs, I won't make that argument. I really rate Marmoush very highly, so I think
he's so versatile as well.
And he has a lot to his game as well.
Yeah,
he has a lot to his game. If we're talking about technically sound and doing all that, I think Marmoush has all of that as well.
I'm nearly going for 25 mil, man.
Yeah, it's
Still
crazy.
hurts.
It's crazy.
hurts.
Boy.
25 mil what? Sorry?
Like this time last year, he nearly came to Forest for 25.
Yeah.
Who's that? Ekitike?
No,
Marmoush.
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 Oh, Mamouche, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I ask
Would you
you-
take him, Joe?
Can I ask now though? What do you think happens with Isak? Everybody,
I think he stays in. I never thought he was going to leave Newcastle.
he'll stay this season, but like,
Yeah,
what's
but next season,
future
then it'll
look
be
like now?
discussed. I reckon he'll go to a team abroad now. Unless,
I think he'd go back to Spain, maybe.
yeah, I think he'll go to a team abroad. It depends whether Newcastle get Champions League, which is a big if this season, especially with the way the team's looking at the moment.
They want
I think
Visser, don't they? But Brentford want like 4.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, you just look at the situation now. Liverpool have addressed the striker. Arsenal have. Chelsea have. Obviously Man City have Haaland. Unless he wants to stay there for a while and become somewhat of maybe a legend if he wants to. At Newcastle. Depends on what they do. I see him moving abroad now. Depends.
Does anyone see a scenario where they sell him to Saudi and then loan him back?
I think that's such a shame if he does that.
No, I think that will be stopped by people in power.
Actually, yeah, Spurs might get Isak if that's a scenario.
Well, they're getting Rodrygo apparently.
I won't comment in case I piss some Spurs.
Rodrygo is not going to leave Real Madrid to go play for Spurs, bro, just because they were.
Bro, you think I'm being serious on Spurs? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Seriously,
of course.
I want Spurs.
The thing is, everyone keeps saying Isak to Barca, but Barca couldn't even register Nico Williams for 50 million euros. I don't get where this.
They'll find a
where
way,
are Barca
bro.
gonna suddenly? I'm not saying Barca are broke or anything. I'm just saying they can't register players.
They'll find a way. I know they didn't with Williams, but Lewandowski's probably done after this year. Should we say that leaves the hole? They can fit it in, man. They'll find a way. I can see it happening.
I agree that it leaves the hole. I'm just saying, how will they fill that hole with Isak? That's all I'm saying.
I reckon they can make it work. I think that's actually probably the most logistical place I could actually see him going, to be fair, because Lewandowski's getting on now. It would probably make sense.
It'd suit Barca. I think.
Yeah.
With him, Yamal, and Rashford on the left side.
Oh my God.
Joe, remember when we were gaslit 2 weeks ago to both of them are going to be at Newcastle? Remember that conversation right there?
Yeah.
The biggest gaslighting conversation in history of YouTube.
Excuse me?
If you get Anthony Gordon, that is crazy.
At the gaslight, they're like, "Oh yeah, they got Saudi money. Ekitike could end up on the bench for Isak."
Sam, if you end up getting Anthony Gordon,
he's gonna deny it now. Watch.
Go
Go ahead, deny it. Yeah,
We both said it could happen. Yeah.
See?
And do you remember in that same stream, you were saying you could have Isak and Ekitike at Liverpool. How did that go?
I said that.
You said you could.
I'm literally the literal opposite. I just said I don't think we're gonna get Isak and Ekitike at the same club.
You weren't saying that 2 weeks ago.
I literally said that time and now. I said it's either gonna be Ekitike or Isak. Bro, I literally have 1,100 people who will tell you. I've been saying it's either Isak or Ekitike.
You said a lot of stuff, bro. That's all I'm saying.
No, they remember. You just don't remember because you're an old man.
I take you wanted Isak over Ekitike, Sam.
Of course, I wanted Isak over
Ekitike. But you're content with the idea of having Ekitike there anyway, right?
Well, yeah, they couldn't pull Isak, so he's got himself second. All right, if he did, man. You guys in the chat gotta understand. We have to sit here and listen to a lot of monologues, right? Like they all sound the same eventually from him. Okay, if he did, he did. Cool, I'll retract it.
What do you mean they all sound the same?
Bro, it's like when you hear someone neighbor cutting their grass, right? After 5 minutes, you no longer hear the noise. It's a repetition of that same noise. You get me? Comes background noise. Look at all these freaking.
Told you. Told you. You can't gaslight
man.
You cannot gaslight in this community, Wolfie. You just can't. This community is anti-gaslighting. Just so you know, like we're quite literally anti-gaslight. Like no one will gaslight us at all. It's just never gonna happen. It's just never gonna happen. Didn't Wolfie also say he'll finish above Arsenal? He did. He said it.
Didn't Arsenal also say they were gonna win the league?
That's true. That is true. Was that last season, Wolf? Was that last season, Wolfie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What phase, Rational Red, are you in now? Oh wait, this is a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
But what is with football fans these days that rival clubs defend each other? It's weird, man. It's weird.
I don't think he's defending Arsenal. I think he's just going at the point. I don't think he's defending Arsenal. I doubt it.
You don't see Joe defending Forest.
Well, I don't mind Forest, bro.
See what I mean? These young bucks, man.
I don't have a problem with
I don't mind Forest. I got no axe to grind with Forest.
Right, would you defend?
I won't defend Man United or Chelsea.
That's on. Okay.
Definitely.
Wait, what have you got beef for Chelsea?
It dates back to the 70s, mate. FA Cup replay. Yeah. We sing about them. They sing about us.
70s, man. Everything dates back. Forest
Yeah,
beef with Liverpool goes
was
back
rough.
to the 70s.
Mate,
Yeah.
do you know what? Right, we played them in the FA Cup, and it was re-refed like years later. Like they watched it and re-refed it, and they said there'd be like 4 red cards and about loads of yellows. It was mad, but that was.
Yeah, but then would you have the butterfly effect after the first one?
I don't know what that even means, man.
They're like, you not seen the film Butterfly Effect?
I haven't.
So, like,
Sorry.
if you say that first red card was given, would that then change the course of the rest of the game?
I don't think back then, man. I remember Liverpool versus Leeds in the Charity Shield. Obviously, I wasn't around in the Charity Shield, and Billy Bremner and Kevin Keegan had a fight on the pitch in the Charity Shield. It's just crazy back then. You know what I mean? It's a different time. Big up to Mo, by the way.
Big up, Mo.
Yeah.
Top to Mo. Big up. Top man.
Yeah.
City and United back-to-back EPL. I think he meant twice. Chelsea once.
Twice?
Yeah.
3, maybe?
Yeah, City did a 4-peat. United did the 3-peat 2 times, and Chelsea did back-to-back once.
So
One time.
statistically 30%, which is statistically lower than.
That wasn't the point I made. Stop gaslighting for argument.
I'm just clarifying. Why is a clarification point gaslighting to you?
No one said it's highly probable. I said, if I want to be part of the 30%, this is what I should do based on what the others did. Meaning, City won a league title, went and signed Haaland.
All right. Let's not do this argument for 5th time, bro.
They won the league again. Yeah, but that's why you gaslight and rage bait so much you forget what
How
the
did
others.
I gaslight and rage bait? All I did was agree with Ches. That's all I did.
And doesn't that alone make it questionable? Why are you agreeing with Chaz?
Because he said a factually correct statement.
You think it's correct to agree with Chaz?
No, it's got nothing to do with Ches. It's if the statement is correct. If you're then going to discriminate on agreeing with someone or not because of who they are, then you're not being objective.
Big up Chaz. Big up. So we all agree that Liverpool going to win the league next season, yeah? That's it?
No.
Put the fries in the bag?
Nah. There's always hope.
This guy's just going based off hope here at this point.
Nah, come on. Listen, I know you're
Phase 6 that he's talking about hope.
Do you know what? I'm actually very excited for the league this season because obviously everyone got a bit bored by the end of by like February of last year of the Premier League because obviously everyone was just Liverpool were just dominating everything. And I think with the signings that everyone's made around the top 6 and probably even a bit below, the signings people are making and hopefully more to come, I think this league this year will be very entertaining. Touch wood.
Leeds for Conference League.
Yeah, why not?
Already Joe started. There you are. Leeds for Conference League.
I'm not even joking.
Wait,
not
Joe.
even joking.
Joe, right. Now that you've seen like a lot of clubs being stripped out, your Bournemouth.
You said Leeds for Conference League. Would you take 17th now? Be honest.
Yeah, I would take it now, yeah.
Yeah, step in the prem, why not?
Yeah,
but
I think Leeds have the better. I think Leeds have the better chance out of the 3 that have come up to stay.
To be honest, I think both Leeds and Sunderland both stay up.
The thing that worries me about Sunderland is the AFCON. They've signed these players. 5 of them are going AFCON in the January-December time, which is going to be a big hit for a team that is trying to fight relegation.
If they get Xhaka as well, though, Xhaka.
Well, that's big. Yeah, I was quite surprised by that. I respect the project. He probably wants to be a player that wants to keep them up, so I do respect that.
How old is he now? 33, 32?
He's mid-30s. I'd say 33, 34.
Leverkusen don't want him to go, but he probably think Ten Hag, get away. I'm off.
But you know what? That's actually a shout to me. I never even thought of that. I thought it was a bit random about Sunderland, but actually now you say it, probably doesn't want to play Ten Hag ball.
Yeah.
So,
But he has come out. Apparently, he came out and said he only wants to join Sunderland.
Sunderland, that's right.
Yeah. The stadium of light. Why not? It's a beautiful stadium. So,
But they are a club that I would like as a traditional Premier League club.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I'd
Sunderland,
chuck
yeah.
Leeds in there, Sheffield Wednesday in there.
Mm.
Borough,
So
remember when
so
they had
great to
Janine
back
You know
up.
what? Genuinely, yeah. Brentford are in trouble. Big time.
It sucks,
agree.
man.
Big time.
Sucks.
West Ham, I think, could be in trouble. They got no money.
Wolves
Yep.
for me.
Wolves?
So this has been a time coming now. I think. This
Do we
is
all
the-
agree Burnley is going down?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Really?
You don't think Burnley is going
No.
down?
I mean, if you look at Burnley's traits from last season, it's about
I'm going to give
defensively
you a
being
counter
strong.
argument, though.
You're going to say they lose their keeper.
And they've lost, not Estev, the other one who's gone to Strasbourg. Oh, what's he called?
Yeah, but the point I'm making is the philosophy they come up with would be a defensive philosophy, not the same as the Burnley.
But they can't score goals.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes the defense becomes more important, as I've seen with my style of play.
Burnley are not great. Honestly, mate, they like, obviously, we beat them to the time. We got the same points, so you could argue, yeah, well, you only won it on goal difference. But yeah, they are defensively sound. However, they've lost key components to that. And they can't score goals. Like, I don't know what the striker situation is, but they've got Jan Fleming, who struggled to score goals in the Champ. Marcus Edwards is a good signing for him, but I'm not convinced by him. But I think Sunderland and
But can we
Leeds...
not point that same finger at you? Where's your goals coming from?
So we're going to sign Igor Pakshaw from Feyenoord. And I think we're going to sign Rodrygo Muniz from Fulham.
But you haven't.
But we will.
We're
also
also Wolfie. Who are you signing?
Yeah,
We've already signed Igor Jesus, the one that you wanted.
These,
and-
these,
Who's that
those,
guy?
you only signed those two players from
Hold up.
the Botafogo.
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, my
Igor
guy. the one I-
Jesus.
Okay. Anyway, so Burnley, three of us agree on.
Yeah, I
Yes,
agree.
sir.
with Burnley going down. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying they do go down, but I'm not saying them dead nailed on. Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
because
so
I
you
think
just
their
said no to
style
be-
will help.
So you just said no to be edgy. So the second club to go
I
down,
didn't, I
Brentford.
said no with reason.
Brentford, yeah.
I think Brentford's going down. Anyone here agree?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, they're all sick. I don't want them to go down because they're one of my locals. I think.
I swear their owner's ready to sell. Is that right as well?
What was that?
I think
Yeah.
their owner's ready
Yeah.
to sell.
Yeah. I think so. There's rumors,
He's
but it's
leaving
just
a
the way.
sinking
I
ship.
mean, I don't get it. I mean, listen. The Embuemo's massive loss. If Vissa goes, I mean, that attack has become very
Hard.
weak. That's a striker that's playing that was injured last season. Obviously, Sharda's all right.
Shard's decent.
I'm trying to think who they'd have on the right. God, I don't even know.
They'll probably chuck the guy with
But it's
double
the manager
barrel name.
that gets me. They've signed up a manager who's never had first team managerial experience in a team where they need to stay up. That's worrying.
Yo, Connor
Yeah,
is their set piece coach. You guys should know all about set piece.
Yeah, standing on sidelines.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
that's
agree,
worrying.
they're in
It'd be such
big
a shame,
trouble.
man. It'd be such a shame to see them go down.
Big
But they've lost
trouble.
Norgard as well. Norgard is a crucial part to their team. Yeah,
Does Rico Henry stay fit? Is he
that's
even
true.
fit?
Yeah, Aaron Hickey as well. Does he stay fit after his long term injury?
They've got. Are they the ones who got Kelleher, or was that?
Yeah,
Bournemouth?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
the-
man.
Flecken went to Leverkusen, I believe.
They got
Mm.
Jordan Henderson as well. He will be good.
Yeah, they got Jordan
in terms of.
Oh yes, and got the legs, man.
Yeah,
No, but he did well at Ajax, and obviously he's done it all. So I think as a influence in the dressing room,
that'll be a big benefit.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the other one to keep an eye out for getting down is Bournemouth.
I think it's Wolves, man. I think Wolves
Can't
are
see
nailed
Bournemouth.
in.
Can't
I just
see
think
Bournemouth.
Wolves' time is coming to an end. Now. They've
Okay,
scraped
guys,
it now.
sorry to upset everyone in the chat, but I think Leeds are going down.
Really, go on, tell me why.
I think Leeds go down. I think Brentford go down, and I think Burnley go down.
Tell
I think
me why
Sunderland's
Leeds
the
go
only one
down.
that's similar. Because I don't think any of the remaining Premier League clubs will suffer that much.
We won't suffer. I'm serious. No, I'm serious to you, man. Like,
I can
obviously,
change
I'm
my
gonna-
opinion in game week 2.
I'm gonna back my side, of course, right? But if I look at it objectively, right, and try to anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get a new goalkeeper, which we need, right? We've got a very good right back in Jadon Bogle. We've just brought in Goodmanson, the left back who was at Lille. He's got Champions League experience. He actually played against Liverpool in the Champions League. Did you play Lille?
He did
Yeah.
when we slapped them.
Yep. Yeah, but that's by the by. Jacobiol from Udinese. Like what we've done is looked at it from a statistical point of view, right? And it says, right, you need to be good in both boxes. So Jacobiol was in the top 3 percentile of centre-backs for touches in a opposition box and his own box.
That's the Slovenian centre-back, no?
Yeah, that's right, from Udinese, yeah. At right centre-back, we've got Joe Rodon. He's very good. He's improved. Obviously, he was at Spurs for a bit under Mourinho, but barely played.
In goal?
In goal. Well, we're going to sign, apparently, I think it's going to be Lucas Perry from...
He's still got the French kid. What's his face?
No,
Meslier.
Is he
Meslier.
gone? He's gone.
Is he gone? Oh wow.
He's
Is he
not
gone?
gone officially yet, but he's going, yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
he
right.
was
I remember
shocking.
when he was like the next.
He was quality. Would you remember when we played Arsenal in the FA Cup, right? That was his debut.
Yeah.
He was spraying balls left and right. He was amazing.
Yeah.
And then he just has got worse and worse. I think I put a lot of it down to getting battered week in, week out when we were in the Premier League last time. His confidence just shot to shit. But he's a good keeper. He will do bits, but not now. We need a new keeper. So Lucas Perry's the one. Basically, you're going to be calling us Joga Benito because we're going to sign Lucas Perry, Brazilian, Igor Paixão, Brazilian, and Rodrygo Muniz.
Are you
Brazilian.
copying here? Who are you copying here? Which team? Which team are you building your foundations on?
Yeah, what's happening with Morgan Gibbs White anyway?
He's still a Forest player, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
not for long.
Why is he going to
that's
Leeds?
all a bit quiet, isn't it? Is
Also,
that actually
Anton Stack, by the way. Anton Stack.
him.
He's going to be sick. And in pre-season, we've been going 4-3-3, which I'm really positive about. So I think we've got a midfield then, yeah. Anton Stack, Sean Longstaff, Ampadu, Gruev, and Tanaka. Watch out for Ao Tanaka, by the way. He was the best player on the park against Manchester United. Unbelievable. So,
Okay, you want to know something? Just give me the 3 clubs that you think go down then.
Okay, so Burnley,
I agree.
Brentford,
Agree.
and then one of West Ham or Wolves.
Wolfie, who's yours?
I'd be surprised if West Ham go down. That'd be massive.
Who I want to go down, who I think goes down.
No, who you think is going down? Because we know we're going to say Bournemouth.
Yeah, I would say Brentford,
Burnley, come on.
Leeds,
Oh, you're full of shit.
and Burnley.
You don't actually believe that.
But
Connor?
I don't want to believe
right?
that.
No, so explain to me why Sunderland, a team who finished 24 points behind Leeds last season, suddenly leapfrogged them and stay in the Premier League.
Well, it's like
what's the point?
it's statistical made up facts by me here now, but it feels like it. The playoff team always seems to do better than the team that wins it.
Well, that's not.
Is that statistical
There's a stat somewhere on that.
No, there
one.
isn't.
There's a
Shall I
stat
tell you what the
somewhere on
playoff?
that.
Shall I tell you what the playoff team last year was?
The same-
Southampton. How did
Yeah.
they do?
And
Yeah.
then who won it?
Yeah. How did Southampton do?
Yeah, and who won it? Leicester, and they went
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, but
So-
where were they?
In the
18th.
bottom 3.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter at that stage, bro. It
but
doesn't
we
matter.
will be out. But this is what you've done, right? You came with some stats earlier on that you hadn't done research on, and you've just thrown
Well,
out a stat
on
there.
this one, I said on a feeling, this one. Yeah, I'm sure someone in the in the chat can figure out the stats. But look, I just think that you have a better chance. Like, joking aside, you have a better chance this year than you did last year.
100%. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I just think there's enough teams that have not moved their needle at all in that lower third that
We
should
beat-
be seriously worried right now. Because I'd say
We
West
beat-
Ham are in
we
that
beat-
as well.
We beat Everton, you know, at Ellen Road Monday the 18th, our first game, and that'll kick us off.
I wouldn't sleep on Everton.
No, but I think we'll beat them. We'll beat them.
I
on the
hope
opening day.
Everton get relegated. That would be beautiful.
I can't see that. I just think there's going to be a batch of teams. I'm talking Wolves, West Ham, Bournemouth, Brentford, Man U.
Watch out for Dan
them
James
kind of
as well.
teams.
The kid's improved.
I'm
so
not
much.
saying Leeds are 100% going to go down. It's just a prediction, obviously. We'll
Sounded
see
like
how
you were,
tough-
Hossam. Sounded like you were.
Listen, I'm not saying 100%. 100% for me is just Burnley. I know Burnley's gone 100%. Like,
Yeah.
Burnley is going to be 20th. That I'm sure of. The one that I'm very confident at is actually Brentford. I really think Brentford is going to go down because they've lost way too much. You lost your manager, you lost your best players, you lost your captain. Like, I don't think there's anything that can replace that. So I think they're gone. So I'm just looking at the team in 18th. That's the one I'm just, there's many possibilities. Connor, what's your 3?
For me, it's going to be Burnley, lot at 20th. I'm going to stick my neck out and say Wolves. I just think they've been scraping it now for so long. I think times that Cunha's gone, that's a massive hit. 8-0 has gone to Man City. You know, it's big hits. So yeah, for me, 19th Wolves and then 18th. I'm just going to go for Sunderland. The fact that I just think I don't want them to go down, but I think it's. I'm judging it because it could be Brentford. It could be.
AFCON's a great shout though you made, mate. They lose so many players.
You know, so that's my 18th, and I'm not saying Brentford for Copium because I want them to stay up.
You know what I'll say on this whole Sunderland thing? If you notice, this pattern has happened over the last few seasons, like the last two. When Luton came up, oh look at Luton are going to be that plucky team that stay up, and boom, straight down. Last year, who was everyone gaslighting? Ipswich. Oh, Ipswich, they got something about them. Still went down. This Sunderland thing is the team that everyone's gaslighting. This is the fairy tale story team that everyone's looking at for next season. So they probably will go down. Look, if you are doing it objectively, the three that come up go down. Let's be real here, right? Objectively speaking,
No.
I just don't think the gap.
Objectively, I think Brentford lost too much. Objectively as well.
But Brentford have been in the Premier League long enough to know how to play the Premier League. You get me? Like in a sequence of seasons.
You want to know something? It wouldn't
Not
shock
Keith
me if
Andrews.
Sunderland go
Keith
down.
Andrews
It wouldn't
doesn't.
shock me. That's all
You
I'm
know,
Yeah,
the last
but that's
time
my
Keith
point.
Andrews worked in the Premier League, he was assistant at Sheffield United. Where did they do? They went down.
Yeah, but the point is, Joe, if the three that come up go down, would anyone be shocked?
No, but this whole thing, right? This whole thing of, oh, it's too hard to stay up. It's only been for the last 2 years. Before that, teams were finishing 9th. Sheffield United finished 9th. Leeds United finished 9th. You're going into Europe.
Yeah, agreed. But
So why are we just
statistic-
allowing
has there been-
recency bias?
No,
Because
we're not,
three
though.
shit teams came up last
No,
season.
but if you look statistically, I think the season Forest came back up. Is the
Don't
first-
start with them stats again, because I'll check them.
All
I'll
right, check
get them
this one.
checked.
That the Forest season, Forest, Bournemouth, and who was it? Fulham stayed up. That was the first time for a while. I'll make it open ended that the three that came up came down. So statistically, you got to say that at least one of the three, if not two, are going straight back down.
Probably 2, yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah. So like I can't remember the season before it when I think it was a West Brom season or something. So it was like 08, I would guess something like that. That it happened that all three that came up stayed up. So the gap has increased, Joe. I will tell you now, bro. The gap has increased. When we were playing you, the season you went down, the gap between us two, for example, is night and day. And I'm saying that with all due respect. When we played Leicester last season, the team that won the league in 2016, the gap is huge as
So
well.
I'm going to give you some statistical insights now,
Go on,
right?
do it.
It is more statistically probable that a team will stay up over a team doing back-to-back. It's actually 58% of newly promoted teams avoid relegation in their first Premier League season. Specifically, 63% of teams promoted as championship winners, 59% of runners-up, and only 43% of playoff winners. So it's actually more statistically probable that Leeds stay up than Liverpool go back-to-back.
But which do you
On that
which-
note, let me just, Wolfie, don't argue for the sake of it. You have to go in 2 minutes.
No, I was just gonna say, but which of those two outcomes do you think is more likely to happen? Liverpool win the league, or you stay
Well, hang
up?
on a minute. No. Don't ask me. Ask yourself, because you're the one
Yeah,
that was
because you're
saying
the one
that
that used
Liverpool
the
can't.
stats. Yeah, look why he's
didn't-
laughing.
no,
Yeah,
You're the one that
exactly.
used the
Look,
stats.
look,
Shut
did
your
not
ass up.
say that.
No.
I
You
didn't
take
say
the
that,
L on
bro.
that one, mate.
I
You
did not
take
say
the L on
that.
that one, mate. Yeah. Mr. Statistics now wants to say which one's more probable. Guess what? 58 is more probable than 30, so be quiet. Big up to
So you
Daniel.
agree?
Pierce says Rodrygo isn't a target if Diaz leaves. Yeah, but Pierce is not reliable, brother. We've already established this. Big up to Dean, who says, I'm so looking forward to the Premier League. I think if we play our cards right from now going forward, we'll be cooking for the next years to come. Slot Pro Max. Hey, if we go out there and we get Rodrygo and shit, we are cooking at crazy levels, bro. So, yeah, that's the thing. For me, I really look forward to next season, Dean. I think we're gonna cook this league, to be honest with you, and we shall see who we sign from now to the end of the window. Anyway, big up to you guys for 56.2k. We hit another. You get me milestone. 56.3k road continues. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels. Forest Fan TV, Just Joe Football Show, and TJ Warren TV to find more of Connor. Love you all. Like the video on your way out. We're just closing in on 500 likes, which is the initial target. We're just 10 likes away. So close the live chat and like the video before you leave the stream. And thank you to everyone who contributed. Big up to all of you guys. I'm going to be back at 11 tonight. I've got Flawless on. I've got Deji on. I've got Souls on. And I've got Roberto coming on. So it's going to be one hell of a stream. And I'll see you guys back at 11. And this stream is going to take you over to Judge Mo. Peace out.